What to do when someone disrespects you. Sadly, disrespect has really become commonplace. It's at work, in the community, on social media. Simply put, disrespect is everywhere these days. It is when you associate with other human beings, there seems to be a lot of disrespect. As educators, we seem to be the barometer of society at large and what we see playing out every day in our buildings. From what we see, we can tell that as a society, we're very much in trouble because there's a lot of disrespect out there. There's a lot of things going on that in schools we see it firsthand. The norm in our society has been and continues to be progressing towards rudeness and disrespect, and it's kind of clothed or it's represented as I'm standing up for myself, when really it's just rudeness or disrespect. So let's take a look at some examples of the disrespect educators are faced with every single day. And then we're going to delve into what you should do when someone is disrespectful to you. Let's look at the coworker disrespect first. These are all examples of things that have not necessarily happened to me personally, but they have happened to real live educators out there. Coworker disrespect. This person says that while they were eating lunch with their colleagues, the teacher who teaches across the hall from them stated loud enough for the entire table to hear that I need to get control of my class. She said she was trying to teach, and my kids were so loud that her students were complaining that they couldn't think and they couldn't work on their assignments. And I had to wonder, why did she feel the need to call me out in front of everybody? Why didn't she talk to me privately? I could have explained that we were doing a review game and that's why there was a lot of noise going on. She made it sound like I have no control over my kids ever. Now I'm wondering what my other colleagues are thinking about me. Sound familiar? How about parent disrespect? Let's look at an example of that. This teacher says it's their first year teaching in a new district, and parent-teacher conferences were awful. The parents were repeatedly rude to me and compared me to the last math teacher that their child just loved. To make matters worse, the parents were blaming me for their child's low grades, and one parent even stated that I am in the wrong profession. I had to wonder, why can't the parents take my side? When I was a kid, my parents would have taken the teacher's side. I don't understand how a child not doing their work is my fault. Why do they even have to be so rude? Am I in the wrong profession? Maybe this sounds familiar to you. The student disrespect. This teacher says they work in a middle school and they are a teacher there, and one of their students is constantly making rude remarks and comments about how they look. Every week, I can expect some sort of roasting from him. Typically, comments are, "What did you do to your hair today?" Or, "What are you wearing today?" This teacher says this isn't a huge deal. Middle schoolers are quirky, but it really does hurt their feelings. He doesn't seem to understand that his comments are even rude and disrespectful. Does he speak this way to his parents? Does he speak this way to other teachers? And specifically, what the heck do we do when someone is being disrespectful and rude to you? Let's get into that right now. The first thing you're going to do is make them repeat themselves. Say something like, "Can you repeat that? What did you say? And why are you going to make them repeat themselves?" Because it puts you back in control And it allows them time to fix their rudeness or their disrespect if it really was just maybe by chance an accident of they spoke before they thought, because that does happen from time to time. So it gives them the chance to fix it if they should choose to. And it also puts you back in control where you're not passively just sitting there taking it. And then number 2, you're going to question their intention. If they in fact didn't make the correction of the disrespect, if they just repeated themselves, then you're going to question their intention. And you're going to say to them something like, was it your intention to hurt me? Was it your intention to humble me? Was it your intention to embarrass me? And why are you questioning their intention? Again, because it keeps you in control and it makes them self-reflect. They don't just get away with it. And then the third thing you're going to do is you're going to remain silent. No matter what they say, you're going to stay silent and you're going to let your silence speak for you. Again, why? Because this keeps you in control and it makes them self-reflect. So a lot of self-reflection and a lot of keeping you in control of the situation. Let's look at those 3 examples again and let's put the 3 steps into play. Let's go back to the coworker. So you're eating lunch with your colleagues and the coworker says to you very loud so everybody can hear it, I need you to get control of your class. Your kids were so loud that my students were complaining and they couldn't even think to do their own assignment. And so you do your 3 things. You say back to them, can you say that again? Now, if they really were just shooting off the hip, they're going to think about it and go, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. But let's say they go ahead and say it again. I said, and then you say, was your intention to embarrass me in front of my colleagues? And then they're going to respond with whatever they respond with. And it doesn't matter what they say back to you, you're going to just stay silent. This 3 things is going to keep you in control. It's going to make them self-reflect. And it's going to keep you in control of the situation. Let's look at the parent example. The parent who showed up at parent-teacher conferences, they were blaming the teacher for the low grades. And then they said to the teacher at the end, you're in the wrong profession. That's disrespect. And so you say back to them, can you say that again? And hopefully they change what they say. But if they don't, you just look at them straight in the face and you say, wasn't it your intention to belittle me? And then you wait for their response. And then you respond back with just utter, complete silence. Again, you're staying in control of the situation. They're saying whatever they want to say, but you are staying in control of the situation. You are making them self-reflect. And then the last example I had for you was the student. So you have the student who is a middle schooler, and they are roasting you daily by saying things to you like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with your hair today? Or what are you wearing today? So again, you say the same 3 things to the student. You say, can you say that again? And if they repeat themselves, or even if they don't, you're going to go with, was it your intention to hurt my feelings? And then whatever they say back, you're going to come back with just silence. You're staying in control and you're making them be self-reflective. These 3 things are not about escalating the situation. It is not. It is about being calmly in control of the situation. So you're staying calm, but you're staying in control of the situation when someone is belittling you or when they're being rude to you. And it is about making the other person self-reflect on their words. So next time you are faced with disrespect and rudeness, I want you to go through those 3 things. Make them repeat it. Make them repeat what they're saying. Ask them what their intention is and follow it up with just complete, utter silence. Make them think about what they're doing and you stay in control of the situation. Make sure that you subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. Make sure that you follow me on Facebook. And make sure that I have a reminder card on these 3 things. They are going to be on my website in a nice little neat flashcard thing that you can get for free. So free material there and other free material that you can get as a teacher or just any other profession you have out there that people are being disrespectful to you and that you need to stay in control of those situations. So visit my website at teachretentiondevelopmentservices.com. I will have these items, a link attached to the video once I get it all out there and everything arranged.